For me, an eco-warrior is somebody that's very passionate about the environment and the animals, and somebody that really wants to go for it and wants to make a change.
I mean, I love the jungle. I love, get me all the venomous snakes. I'm not scared of that sort of stuff, I guess. I think I'm prepared mentally, I'm prepared physically, and I'm just, ready to do whatever it takes.
After days of travel, the eco-warriors arrive in Borneo. They will meet with Father Jacques Mason and travel to his Copus Foundation in Sintang, which will become the eco-warrior headquarters.
You sort of meet all these people on Skype, on internet and everything, but you sort of need that human contact, to really feel the emotion, and everybody is just awesome.
I guess I come from a long line of eco-warriors. My parents were environmental activists in the 60s and 70s. They were co-founders of Greenpeace. Activism has definitely been my blood and put myself at risk numerous times to do it, and I don't regret any moment of it.
And I found out there's not even a single Indonesian applied for the job, so I was like, I have to do this. I know I always loved animals, and I do live in the forest back in Bali, so I feel such a connection with the nature.
It's a long journey from Capitol Hill to the jungles of Borneo, and I have never done backpacking or trekking like what we will be experiencing, so I'm so excited. Lots of unknowns and creepy crawly everything.
As a journalist, I think the core skill that I have is news reporting, right? Getting the story, getting all the elements that I need for a good story, and getting the story out.
I want to come here to learn from people that are really working with the locals and providing them with solutions, alternatives to logging, alternatives to poaching, as opposed to just saying you can't do this, you can't do that.
I want to inspire the youth of the world. I think I'm a really positive energy in the team. I'm one of the youngest, so we bring, that fun kind of playful energy.
I guess the person that I was most excited to work with was Dr. Willie Smits. He's been an idol for me for years. Ever since I read his book, Thinkers of the Jungle, I've just wanted to come to Borneo and help out in any way I can.
Let's go for it!
Since 1985, the world-renowned biologist Willie Smits has been living in Borneo, protecting its orangutans and preserving its rainforest.
Okay, Jacques, wij gaan hier voor zitten.
I'd like to see just the whole project lift off the ground. I think it needs to shake the world. I want something more than just working in a clinic at home with domestic pets. I want something more dangerous. I want something exciting.
Who of you knows about durian? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the king of fruits, and Borneo is where the durian comes from. And the durian is also the favorite fruit of an orangutan. If you want to bribe an orangutan, bring a durian. You will get him to do anything.
I want to give people hope. I want to show that when individual people are involved in a very coordinated way, we can move mountains.
Enjoy your first good durian. You haven't tasted a durian like this one yet, Paul, so...
I, for the first 3 days, tried just about every food with reckless abandon. I went to every street food vendor. I wanted to try everything. I wanted to jump in head first, and no less than 3 days into my journey, my stomach started to say, what's going on here?
So they're making some very special stuff there in those pans in the back. This is the pulp of the durian that they are cooking, so they can preserve it for more than a week. The pulps here cannot be too slender, so these are just perfectly filled, the spikes. So you know that it is ripe, and then you smell. This is good, guys. Go ahead. This is the one you want to try. I ate 6 myself yesterday, so this has to be your first one. But now we're going to do something more important. We're going to have the world premiere of Mark Groski's latest song.
My special talent and unique talent would be my singing and acting, musical, dancing stuff, and so I decided to put together a little music video as my application.
My name is Mark Kurowski. I'm from Wisconsin in the USA, but now I'm living in Korea. I'm an actor teaching English, performing in musicals.
I would have never believed how much people loved it. Borneo 2.0 talks about how now we are in Borneo and all of us are together. But we're not acting out here. This is real stuff. The people in Emily's book, they are real eco-warriors. I cannot believe that I am an eco-warrior because I haven't done those things yet, but I want to do those things. And at the end of the 100 days, if I can feel like I am an eco-warrior, then I know I can do anything.
Everyone had their own little quirks, so everyone was interesting and they were all chosen for a reason. And you want to know, what was their X factor? Why did they get chosen?
We'll be traveling hundreds of miles land inward, just following the equator until we reach Sintang. But on the road, when out there, you will see what the real issues at stake are.
The journey had began, so we basically started a 14-hour bus trip all the way to Sintang in interior West Kalimantan. I had lots of preconceptions and it's just shattered the whole way there, seeing the amazing intensity of land degradation just non-stop. The whole way there was nothing.
A lot of people around the world can feel quite detached from what's happening here in the jungle, living in their cities and living their comfortable lifestyles and that sort of thing. So I think it's about awareness. We've got to educate people around the world about what is happening here so that they can care.
Everybody waking up. Shall we walk into the oil palms a bit, guys? Now, these are these famous oil palms, what people consider to be the most productive plants in the world. People use them to make palm wine and they use the oil for cooking. So you think, okay, must be something good. But the scale at which they are now being planted is huge. We got now about 8 million hectares. It's taking away, first of all, the forest, and it becomes less economical because they hardly produce. So after 20 years, like here, it's finished. The people are told, hey, guys, a fantastic deal, just sell your land to us and you will get jobs. But they're only the lowest paid, dirtiest, most dangerous jobs. People take the wood, they take the land, and the people have no more future. It's so bad that in maybe 8 years from now, people won't even have land to build houses upon anymore. They are inviting you. They want you guys to be the voice that tells what is really going on here.
Normally I would look at, rows of palm oils and think they're pretty and it's the tropics and ooh la la, isn't this great to see the palm trees. Coming from Canada, I love them. But I remember taking the journey after that, just staring at everything completely differently then. It wasn't this picturesque tropical terrain. It was a really degraded environment. I think I was just kind of a little bit silent on my first day. Normally I'm a little chatty and I just didn't have a lot to say to people because I was just processing everything I was seeing in front of me.
In the beginning, I want to be very quiet and just listen and learn as much as I can from the locals here who have been living among the issues for so long and share it with the world, because what they're going through here is unfair. I have a rough idea of where we're going, but this element of surprise is new to me.
It was the first time that I'd ever seen deforestation, really. Burning of such vast areas of land and endless palm oil. And, you know, we drove in one direction. I think this is going to be a very intense experience, and I'm ready to say that I'm going to have some incredible emotions that I probably never felt before.
We got told by Willie, we're going to stop, we're going to have a break. You know, you've been riding for hours. It was the afternoon by this time. And we got told we were going to see a waterfall, and that was like, oh great, a waterfall, yay.
When we pulled into the zoo, we were in the back of taxis and we didn't know where we were going.
Let's see.
Upon sight, I was excited. I have never seen one before. And then it kind of sunk in that they're in a cage and they're probably the most unhappiest animals, you know, that I'll ever see.
2 baby orangutans died here in the last few months. And the Ministry of Forestry has been dropping new orangutans here over and over again. And it's only 3 days ago that we got the permission to get Chuplis and O'Neill out. So they're going to come to Sintang, to the center where we are going to. But they have been tortured under this hot plate here above them, which is radiating heat, and sitting in their own shit for years here. And that they're still alive and that they're still this friendly is just one of the things that makes them so special. And that they can actually again trust people and be released in the forest and still be capable of learning. I wonder how many humans would survive that without going crazy.
Like I saw the orangutan look me in the eyes and sort of reached his hand towards me as if he was asking me for help.
It's a 100% human gesture.
You don't need to be a hippie, you don't need to be a greenie to just say like, that's not right.
You know, at that moment I knew why I was here, I knew why we were all here.
Now Chuplis is strong enough to rip out my arm, and he can bite off fingers so easily. Still, I don't need to watch, because I've seen in his eyes, and he knows what I'm like.
Look at that one.
I'm a young Rusanya.
I know. Look at
They're
him.
really wondering what is going on. They've never seen so many people of these colors in front of their cage.
Like some of the eco-warriors are actually dreaming about those 2 orangutans, and that's how much it affected us.
I've seen some pretty depressing scenarios. I've seen whales hacked up in front of me when we were trying to stop that. I've seen, you know, baby seals clubbed over the head. But I did get emotional and actually had to kind of turn away from the whole group.
We have 60 more orangutans in this region that we need to rescue. 60. And these are not yet the worst ones. So I think we've got to do something. They're gonna now bring the durians. They're gonna have, because you have very good dreams when you have durians. So tonight they will have good dreams and they will associate you with something good. Guys, we still have a long trip to get to our first destination, but don't worry, we'll be back. We'll get them out.
And it felt wrong. It felt wrong to see that and then drive away.
How do you tell them that, yes, we'll be back? Yes, someone is trying to do something to free you from this cage.
What are the causes? We can't just treat the symptom, we have to treat the cause, and one of that cause is us.
There's aspects of the project that I don't think you could prepare for. I'm realising now that really we are here to go deeper into the problems than anyone likely will be able to.
who doesn't get to come to Borneo themselves.
Tomorrow morning, it's going to be early. First of all, we hope that Shadrach is going to make it. Yeah, hey, good to see you, man. Come. You're on the longest trip of your life, yeah?
Week before my travel, my dad passed away. But what really made me strong was the idea that my dad was really up for it. I chose to write an email to everybody and tell them I need to press on and go ahead with the project. Then the whole group was there. Everybody gave me hugs. You know, it was very, very, very good.
Dudung, thank you for bringing Shadrach here. Yes. We're in full force now. Yeah.
Completed.
The trip is going to take us 4 days. We're going to do a lot of hopping from village to village. At 7, we are going to be at the harbor here. There's going to be a whole flotilla of speedboats waiting.
I'm actually excited to get in the boats. I don't know how excited I will be once I'm sunburnt to a crisp and dying for some water. It's such character building stuff. And this is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Now the trip is going to be a little bit hazardous. It's going to be like an 8-hour journey on the river.
Whoa, this is awesome.
We are going to get wet.
Yep. See you in the next life. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. See you on the other side. Basically, bring it on. It sounds absolutely incredible. Yeah, I can't wait to get on the river and head into the heart of Borneo. If we make it. If not, it was nice to know you guys.
Before, big smile.
Yeah. I just think everyone's got something incredible to offer, and some of them aren't your typical eco-warriors in the traditional sense, but I think that's exactly where activism needs to go in the 21st century. We need to broaden the term, what is an eco-warrior, what is an activist in general. People of all accords, everybody can be a change maker. It's not just the Greenpeace heroes, it's not just Willie Smith, it's anybody.
You're now really going to the heart of Borneo where there are no more roads. The rivers are the only way to get there.
You know, you talk to consumers in the United States or anywhere else, and you mention palm oil. First of all, they don't know what it is, for the most part. But when you start talking about the issues, people, if tears aren't brought to their eyes, you can tell they're affected by it. And I think if people globally knew what was going on the ground here and the issues here, that there might be some hope for change at the level of government, change at the consumer level.
You know, incredible things can happen in this world. If people were to really believe enough in it and put enough of themselves into it, and willing to take those kinds of risks. So I just hope at the end of the day we all really give it all and something really comes out of it. And if nothing does, then that could be disastrous for this thing called hope.
There's going to be a very special meeting the day after tomorrow. It is a once-in-a-10-year event, a tribal meeting. So there are leaders, traditional leaders from all over the interior of Borneo are coming together.
Yeah, we're going to meet the interior Dayaks, which has been a dream of mine for nearly 10 years, and go in there and live life for a moment of simplicity and of people that are probably closer to the earth and to forest ecosystems and knowledge of flora and fauna than anyone on the planet. It's amazing. It's a real life avatar journey that we're going on.
You still awake?
Yeah.
Did you sleep at all? No.
And it's amazing that we get the opportunity to talk with those people, to see what's in their heart. I'm so grateful that we can hear their story. Yeah.
We're going to be received in a traditional way. I don't know exactly how. Protect us from all the bad ghosts that might be here. But Last night we were being briefed, there will be warriors, don't be afraid, you're welcome. It's their way of showing that you are welcome. In my place in the mountains of North Sulawesi, it can be pretty intimidating. It's going to be 3 hours of drinking and dancing. They're going to choose a new leader for the next 10-year period, but they're also going to make a common stand about the oil palm issue. So we're coming into quite an interesting situation where there are local Dayak who are pro-oil palm and there are local Dayaks who are absolutely against it. They have invited you from all over the world and they want the world to know what is happening here in Borneo. For the next 4 days, let's focus on trying to get it, what it is that these people want, what these people need, what the orangutans need, and what you can do to do something to help them.
We are here to tell your story to the world, and we are going to do everything in our power to support you.
And now we are being forced to give up our land to investors. And our traditional laws start to disappear to the companies who are actually present right here. Yes, the Dayak people are very open to receive people from outside. But don't think that you can come to colonize and to blackmail and to extort us. You, young friends who have such a network all around the world, please help us, tell us how we can help, how we can make something together for the well-being of the Dayak. So don't give us fish, give us the tool to catch the fish.
It's a cry of despair. They're genuinely calling out to the entire world, come on, help us, these are our last forests.
And it's, I mean, it's such a huge honor that we have skills and gifts and all these different countries that are gathered here that we can make a difference and we can do something.
If we don't act in the next few years,
forest.
yeah, say goodbye.
I'm feeling so grateful, you know, and I have a little bit of Dayak in me, and just being here for the first time ever, it made me feel so like honored, so honored to be, you know, around the real Dayak people. And
people are standing up, they're not going to be weak, they're not going to sell off their land for a small amount of money.
Fierce warrior.
Yeah, today it hit home that our task is so large and it's so important. And this is why we're here, and they're begging for our voice to share this story.
There's no place where you can get further away than where we are going today. He said it will be a fight till the death.
he was saying that we are angels that sent from the heaven above.
This used to be old Dayak country, he said. And they got so angry with the company, they just attacked and they burned down the place.
Underneath it all, my greatest fear is obviously that failure.
Good news, I just spoke to the head of police. He will help us to bring Jojo to Sintan tomorrow.
The first of many.